All right, everyone, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament Race, Swiss round number 2. Cool and the Gank versus ShinerCCC, Angry Larry with Buzz Thunder. Buzz, how you doing today?
I'm doing quite well, Larry. Doing
And
great. I'm ready for some Zelda. It's going to be an exciting race.
no, yeah, it should be. Got a couple good players here. One very heavily a randomizer player, and the other one being the who doesn't like to be the poster boy for this, but it's happening again. Randomizer player versus somebody who's just really good at the regular game.
Yeah, again, that's always it's easy to categorize people that way, but it's always a lot of fun to watch that kind of matchup as far as somebody who's good at the game, doesn't play the randomizer a lot, and the other guy who primarily plays randomizer. It's always an interesting matchup and see how their strategies work out and everything like that. So, should be a good one.
I just jump scared everyone with the surprise hello. Just guys, let me know how audio is. Buzz to Larry ratio and stuff like that. I don't know if we're going to have audio in the background, but they're going to get underway pretty soon. I gave them the okay. Buzz, are you watching on Streamlink or are you doing it on multi-Twitch?
I have multi-Twitch. I don't have the fancy stream link up yet, so am I on a delay or am I going to be ahead?
You're going to be, just hold everything for like 2 seconds. Reaction and comment.
No problem. I'm used to doing that anyways.
And here we go. Let's see if we can get some game audio only.
All right, both players underway, finding the front side of Jump Cave initially. Gank just went back into Northern Castle just to do a little bit buffer so he can go up to that town that's directly north, which is Rudo.
Yeah, maybe make it 4 seconds.
Okay, sorry. I need to slow down even more. I apologize.
I don't know. Hopefully Gank doesn't drop like an F-bomb or something, because I don't know who's on audio only. I don't think either one is. Keep it here. Well, we see a nice grass tile there and heart container cave. P-bag.
Normally you don't like seeing that P-bag, but early on, Cool and the Gank, I'll take that 500 P-bag. That'll get you attack 2 for sure.
And we have a magic jar on Shiner's side. I gotta fix his cropping here. Give me 1 second.
Magic jar and heart container cave. And we see Cool and the Gank coming into Reset Cave, is what I like to call it, because if you ever watch All Keys, this is the 90% of what you watch is this cave. People resetting over and over again. Oh. And let me delay for a second and respond.
Oh, it's not a delay.
That's quite a good item there in Reset Cave. It is the raft. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your raft emotes up in chat.
Who picked that up?
That was Gank.
Okay, thanks.
Grabbing the raft. And then immediately getting something that's not terribly randomized. The trophy in the trophy cave. What are the odds of that?
I don't care what the odds are. I want it. Because every single seed has relied on some magic spell being blocked by an item in some location that you're not looking for. So I want all my 3 of my items to start the game to be all the magic required ones.
Yeah, I agree very much. I even had my mindset earlier today. I was just doing a practice run, and I was like, well, man, these spell items, they look so much more appetizing than they used to, just because of what has been happening here. And simultaneous Raruing, I guess we could call this that.
Well, we saw an entrance to Death Mountain and it led nowhere.
Let's see what our first spell is. And not the best spell to find early. One of the worst, actually. But, I mean, it's good for survivability, but Life Spell is not really going to help you to complete anything in this game. Okay, I'm 4 seconds ahead of you.
Medicine Cave at 112. It's no mixed small and large enemies, though, so it really shouldn't be that difficult, especially when you defeated the first two people on your way to defeating the second one and pick up attack 2. That's Palace 3 or 6 as well. Have we seen another one?
Not that I've seen, no. And unfortunately, nothing much there in Medicine Cave, as Shiner just found and Gank is about to find. Just a little Diggleberry.
So they're cleaning up here early on. The only thing left on the continental western continent right now is the Peabag Cave. One more spell, and then locating 2 other palaces. And I guess finding Mito as well, knowing where that is.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, it seems like a big congregation of open caves over there, but I haven't seen anything hammer blocked yet, so yeah. Looks like we'll find what's in the Peabag Cave. Only rock I see is at the end of that path over there, which is not really doing anything.
You want to talk about that for 20 minutes?
It's a great place for it, honestly. That's where I want it. You don't even have to think about it.
Palace 1.
Yep, Palace 1. Shiner going in. Gank
I have a question.
going away. Go ahead.
I think this Death Mountain might be boots required to do anything. Both entrances look like they led nowhere. Unless I'm mistaken and I missed something in the first entrance, I thought it went nowhere. And that one definitely went nowhere. So it might be a Death Mountain where you need the boots to access anything else, not even a single cave.
Yeah, you might be right. I just remember seeing that second entrance where there was nothing going on there, so I'm not sure.
And Shiner was in the item room.
Yeah, great room to find, but if you find it that early, what are you gonna do?
Well,
You don't have a key, you can't get in there.
Let's go get a key. Let's go call a locksmith.
Yeah, usually in Palace 1, I mean, you can get key blocked out of there, but not always.
If it's going to happen very early. It's going to happen instantly. The first room's going to be the one that locks. Second room. One forces you right or left, and they're both key rooms, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it'd have to be a rare situation where you kind of have that left-right option, and then each of them have that block on there.
Yeah, or you can get forced left or forced right and have the block, but like that room right there. So is Shiner blocked, or was there another path? Well, is there up elevator here?
See, I didn't think he went left.
Left was where the start and the item room was, I believe.
So he has 2 left options then.
No, one of them was the item room.
Yeah, I apologize.
And then he's going to pick up a key here, so he can use it to...
Yeah, he'll have it.
To get the item, or he wants to bank it, because there are more keys here than there are locked doors. So he can bank this, explore the palace, and get more keys, or he can use it on the item room and take a risk to get, if he goes left on this horizontal plane, there's a chance he can get key blocked as well. So we know the key...
Just saw him took that attack 3 level. He has that key in hand. Personally, I would have gone straight for go straight for that item.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a room right here that blocks you, or just it has a door, you want to open it because it's going to be at least 1 key. But if it's a bridge room, it's 2 keys, or if it's this room, it's another key. You go down, you're going to be forced left.
I was gonna say, it looks like he was thinking.
He just didn't even grab the key. There we go.
Oh, he's like, oh, I don't need that key, but then he came back and got it. Also on KoolandtheganK side, we just saw the wrong side of Saria, but also a boulder blocking a cave, and we know that that's P-Bag Cave that has an item, the only one that we haven't seen in the overworld.
I believe this might be the wrong call for Shiner. Because if this is Horsehead, he is now key blocked from the item. Oh, potentially key blocked from the item, I should say.
Yeah, I thought he had okay, so he opened a door there. I thought he had one.
Oh no,
extra,
no, he has one extra. You're right. He picked up that one and that other thing. So Horsehead here, and then he can go open that door on the other side. So okay, he's fine.
Yeah, that's probably what he's banking on, because I think that was the immediate left turn in this palace. So
Yeah.
take out Horsehead, you know, place the gem, take your level up a. Well, we'll see. Looks like he's turning around. And meanwhile, KoolandtheganK, finding that trophy in Trophy Cave, is going to go and see what you get from it. That's Bagu's wife, his trophy broad, if anybody's interested in Zelda 2 lore. And Bagu's wife is holding the, I would say, the most important spell. Well, not the most important spell, but a very vital spell, Thunder.
Well, Shiner.
So,
yeah, I'm sorry. Shiner's going back here to the item, and then he's going to backtrack and place the gem. He's hoping to get over this 170 threshold here. And he's got a blue iron knuckle directly in his way to do it.
Yeah, I peeked away. I just figured he would place it and go, but doing a little bit of grinding, which there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just going to give that up. He's going to do it 2 XP at a time, but maybe he gives up on that.
I mean, he's so close that I don't know. But honestly, it's going to be a bit of a long haul, no matter how he does it.
Yeah, I think he can
really
do it.
He is doing it 2 at a time, but that's not even to get him to the max threshold. I don't think that 170 is the max, is it?
I don't think it... well, no, Life 3 could be 170.
Yeah, it's 2... sorry, I'm a little bit ahead.
Oh, it's 260 for Magic? Okay.
Yeah, 260 for Magic 3, so... No, it's not no big deal. He took it. Took the life's level. Gets that 1 extra one.
Oh, you can get both.
No need to look too far in there. And on KoolandtheganK, we see him finding our the most the most popular character in all of Zelda 2, Mr. Bagu.
I didn't see exactly where he is, but he's found both signs of Saria. So I don't know if it's easier to go through Saria at this point, or if he was just grabbing it because it was there.
I think it's just kind of like, moral support. It's like, oh, do you want to know Bagu or not know Bagu? I mean, you want to know him, am I right?
No.
Okay, well.
Well, here's our item now, finally in one.
Maybe he did only see the other side, because he's crossing and he'll get it right now.
No, he's the one that got Thunder out of it.
No, he got Thunder out of Rudo.
Oh, it was Rudo? I'm sorry.
Yeah, with the trophy. So this is going to be new here.
And after all that, Shiner gets a P-Bag.
P-Bag in 1. Alright, kind of an interesting early spell find there. The fire spell, which in these Swiss flags is coupled with a different spell, so he'll have to cast that in a certain situation to figure out exactly what it does. So personally, when I find fire, I want to find an encounter that has one of those fire-spitting bats and take damage. That way, when you cast it with enemies on the screen, get a fire-spitting bat, you can try to block it, You can see if it heals your life. You can see if it turns anything to a slime. That's basically the ultimate situation that will tell you exactly what fire is coupled with.
Shiner's going to play cleanup here on all the caves he's missed before. This is a magic container cave, and this is the most important of the items we found so far, the raft.
Yeah, right after he came out of Trophy Cave, those are right next to each other. So very important. That puts us at 50% dig shake for both players. That trophy will turn into thunder.
And Shiner seeing another pea bag here. So we found a pea bag, and a 1-up. I'm going to mark the candle as being in Palace 1, because that seems cool and fitting. We have one more junk toy, dollar store item, left out there. But other than that, everything's going to be an item. Or, you know, the container.
Yeah, if I'm marking correctly, it looks like everybody's found everything other than KoolandtheganK going into Palace 1. But as far as the overworld item, we only have that pea bag cave that's open.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if somebody double dips into that first entrance of Death Mountain, because I really feel like Death Mountain is totally boot blocked.
See, that seems, yeah, that would be interesting. Seems pretty rare that would happen. I don't know if I've ever seen a seed that forces that, but I mean, it's always a possibility, and that would be very interesting.
And we'll trade in that trophy now. Very acceptable. I mean, very fitting also that the trophy is required spell.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's early, you know, not late. I mean, we've seen again.
We don't have reflect.
We don't have to reiterate on what we've seen in this tournament lately, but nothing has come very easily. A lot of 100% seeds.
We still need to find the other palace, correct?
We see
6.
Yep. Shiner going into 6. We've seen 1. I'm not sure if I saw the other one.
Yeah, it kind of confuses me sometimes if the other one was 3 and 6 as well. But we are glove blocked in that direction, so we're gonna go down. I would just up A in this room. Just get the hell. Oh, he's got 737 experience though. He doesn't want to do that. I wonder if if it goes down, it's probably going to be a key door as well, unless he already peeked down and found that out. But Gank is going to do the same thing. No, he's not. He's not even going to do any science. He was just looking for magic, maybe, or just that's the way he identifies palaces, maybe. Here we go. Got some Gank is going to do some science. I mean, Shiner is doing some science right now. He's going to try to get this level 70. So one more. If he's not lined up with a red jar, sorry.
Yep, he's doing Dig Shake 101 right here. This is exactly, or I'd say anti-Dig Shake 101. Farming the statue, especially when it's 70.
I mean, we joke around about it a lot, but I mean, if I'm that close to attack 4 and this is my option, I really want to up A, I'm just going to take the level.
I don't know if you spend like a minute or less doing it, I really think it's worth your time. If you know that it's in that area, you know, if you know you can turn around instead of placing the gem right away, if you got something, I think it's worth the time.
Well, this is the unfortunate part is just, you know, you get 3 red jars in a row and you just like...
Yeah, that's, again, that's another interesting one because... You know, you're only one stab away from getting it, but...
Thunder is 64. At Magic 3. There's the boulder, and there is the back end of Saria. So, did Gank ever exit the front end of Saria to see what it was, what was there?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Oh, there's Shiner's attack level, so
Yeah,
what will we do?
Just know that he got the spell and got out of there.
Alright, here's Parappa Cave. We're going to go through it. Gank's going to grab that key.
Yep, ganking. I'm going to call this a dig shake room.
I think 60 is the lowest for Thunder at level 1. 50% of... Is it 120? My thing keeps crashing here.
That sounds right.
Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong.
I heard Yuno say something like that the other day, so I'll believe it.
And there's our other palace, I believe. Or is that the North Castle? I lose the overworld if I'm not playing. I mean, I lose the overworld if I'm playing. But if I'm not playing, I really can't get a feel of everything.
Yeah, for sure. Doing commentary is fun, but you definitely don't get a good feel for the overworld flipping back and forth between screens. You can definitely tell where people are and what they've got and stuff like that, but as far as like knowing which direction to go on the overworld, it's very easy to get lost.
Raft tile. Have we seen it?
I mean, it has to be right there over in this corner where Shiner is, but we haven't. Yeah, I don't know. Shiner's going to... He's also talking to Bagu, so that might have been a requirement, or at least the other side of that town is kind of, inaccessible or off in the middle of nowhere.
Now, you might have to go through that town for the raft spot, because I really don't think it's over there where Shiner is. Well, Gank's going to pick up a key here, and then probably up A. There it is. Now he might go left and grab that P bag. I laugh a little because he just got rid of, quite a few hundred experience just to get it right back.
Right.
And it's funny because I'm not the one doing it.
Yeah, it's always fun. You got we can sit here on our perches and take a look.
Listen, I'm no bones about it. Like, I am burnt out on this game playing it because I've just had unfortunate seed after unfortunate seed. But watching it and watching others play it is still very fun for me.
Say the amount you did yesterday. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the amount that you're capable of withstanding for Zelda 2, for sure.
Oh yeah, watching it I can do it all day. Playing it, like, go die in a fire. But it is a fun, it is fun. I just, having a little bit of an issue. I need a win. I need like a freebie. I need like, here you go. Here's everything to do, and like we're not going to trick you at the end of the seed and go have fun.
Just need to face. I can't even say. There
it is.
No, I'm not saying anything.
No, I meant Great Palace, but yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, there it is.
I can play Bent Glass Tube in the next round. That'll be good.
Okay, good.
Spell.
That fire cast, I don't know if Gank did it, but I just saw Shiner cast it, and fire is coupled with spell. Which one, you ask? Spell.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Over. Water tile.
Spell. Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. I was like, wow, when did the water tile over here in the West Continent? That's interesting.
Gonna need to talk to Dig Shake after this race.
Hey, that happened on a seed I played earlier. There was a grass tile, but it wasn't all surrounded by the exact same one, so you knew that it wasn't the entrance to the grass tile. It was just a rogue grass spot. Not sure why Shiner would check that cave.
Because it might have been quicker than going through Saria to get back here. So it's a little bit of knowledge. If that was, Fairy Cave or something.
Yeah.
But we might have seen that before anyway.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because it's not it's not an easy path to get over there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's a Saria Bagu block to get to that side of the island.
And our first look at the east here kind of spawns you up in the northwest corner. So that's always helpful when you kind of have more of a frame of reference of where you are. And Shiner walking along the top there.
No jump, so you can't get anything in the swamp tiles on the Eastern Continent.
Walks right into Maze Island. A little bit of a tip there. If you are exploring in that fashion, it's always good to scroll the screen down as far as possible, just so that you can see as far in every direction. You want to keep the edge of the screen right on the edge of where you are, then you can kind of see more, and then it really helps, cutting things down. If you see a town, it won't be one tile out of your view, it'll be right there.
Yeah, and very nice and straight, the edges of the continent, so you're never going to run into a situation where it just jets out again on you. It's always going to be consistent. The only thing it could do is erode a little bit. Look at this. Look how quick this Barba was in 6.
Oh, wow. That's very nice. Especially for 6. That can be one of the trickier palaces. You get looped around, you get lost, you have to take left turns, you have to take drops. Finding Barba and kind of, putting that in the back of your mind. Say, okay, maybe I have to come back here for the item. Probably not, though. It's just good to get that out of the way early. Also, you're guaranteed to get a good experience drop out of Barba, too.
Speaking of experience, Shiner's killing things on the way. You can see his combat skills, taking out Lizalfos like they're no problem at all. Except maybe this one. But there you go.
Well, they're always good to check. Because a lot of times you can find it for 200, 300, 500.
Blue one's 500, the red one's 70.
So yeah, you want to ignore the red one, but if you find a 500, stop by that encounter a couple times, get yourself a level. Well worth it.
Yeah, what would Digshake do?
Well, he wouldn't do that, but I mean, honestly, the time loss is going to be 30 seconds or less to get yourself an entire level.
Speaking of 30 seconds or less, it's a good thing Gank's not delivering pizza. That doesn't make sense. But, oh no, Gank! Well, he just lost his experience there, but I believe the boss is now dead. Get a cross on Maze Island.
Yeah.
And he just jumped right in the lava.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate as far as especially finding Barba early on, because he's gonna drop 700 normally, 5 to 1,000 I think.
Yeah, 5 to 1,000, but 1,000 rolls 3 times out of 5 to confuse everyone.
So that'll almost help you double up or guarantee to get you over the threshold. That's a big reason why I like to clear 6 last, because
3 to 1,000. Okay.
No, it's 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was 3. 3's the low. Yeah, I like clearing 6 last because of that. Because normally I will keep my levels pretty low, and you know that clearing 6 is going to get you over that threshold regardless, even if you find Barba in the first room.
Well, here's Gank. He's got to go through Saria now if he wants to get to the other side.
Yeah, Bagu is quite popular in this seed, Larry. How do you feel about that?
I'm watching. I'm not ignoring it.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I mean, you can go through Jump Cave. You don't have the means to do it, but you could do it. You can damage boost with the bat.
I've seen that done. I've seen people with such disdain for Bagu that they've done the impossible to avoid it.
Shiner's going to take Magic 5 there. He's probably at the situation where he's just going to take every level as he gets it now. And we found the second item in Maze Island now. Oh, there you go.
Very good item to find, the boots. Helpful with mobility, gives you a free item if you need it.
And I believe if Death Mountain winds up being required, they are required. Again, the second entrance was definitely blocked, and I believe the first entrance was blocked as well. But the first entrance had water.
But just the way this Maze Island is set up, look how easy it is with the boots to just walk your way out of there, in and out.
Yeah, it's one of the better things to have on Maze Island is the boots. So we're going to go into 5 here.
Yeah, go for it. Maze Island is one of those locations. It's usually a little bit out of the way, all the way on the eastern side of the eastern continent. So clearing that out and not having to come back is always a plus. And it looks like Shiner's going to try to do that right now.
Well, you mentioned Shiner didn't scroll the screen down on the eastern continent. KoolandtheganK did
Right.
and found a town.
Yeah, there you go. That's how important that is, because the only time where you don't want to do that is if you have a road or like a river that you can walk across as far as safety and not running into a spawn. But that right there, what you said with Gank finding that is the absolute perfect example.
That was shield, right? Not reflect?
I missed it.
I read it quick and then I mark it and then I second guess myself.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
thank you.
I think that's the one I always mess up. Or I think you getting shield.
Yeah,
Chat is saying shield, so
dead
I
end
trust
room
that.
for Shiner here.
I mean, it's one of those. Is that one of those dead end rooms where you know it's a dead end, you want to check it anyways?
Well, I mean, not to...
I mean, I did that for a long period of time before I got the confidence to actually not go in there anymore.
I think Gank walked away from a desert tile that was a little bit off screen there when he scrolled down to look for the town. I believe I saw it by the River Devil. No, but like not taking anybody's information for granted, but I did see like, you know, one of the guys I like to watch a lot, Lord of Ultima. He played this with bad breaks, and they're both top 5, you know, maybe even better, top 4 Zelda all keys guys. And when you're doing stuff in order for so long, you know exactly what it is. But when rooms start shuffling on you, you kind of have to go through them first and be like, oh, okay, well, this is the one with the dead end. Okay, cool. It randomized here. We'll go the other way. You know, and I don't want to take that for granted, but he probably had to go through it to realize it was that room.
Yeah, I remember watching that matchup as well, and it's just funny. Funny at their expense. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, like you just said, but I mean, I played a lot of Randomizer, and watching players who are some of the best in the world, get lost in the simplest situations is it's just comical.
Well, you don't know until you know, and that's the thing. And I don't know how much Shiner has played to know something like that, to instantly recognize it, but I'm sure he can recognize it in, you can tell me exactly where it is in P5, and it's going to take me 20 minutes to get there. Do you want to talk about that River Devil placement? We have 20 minutes to fill.
No, I didn't see it. I was just going to say, yeah, I mean, Randomizer is a different game, so it's completely understandable that you got to relearn it, you know? All right, hopefully you were talking about it on Shiner's screen. We'll see him come out.
No, it was on Gank's screen.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I guess he's there too now, yeah, so. It's to the left of where Shiner's coming out. Magic container in one of the P-Bag caves. I think we're going to have something coming up here, Buzz. I know you're excited about it. No, maybe not. Different caves, I think. Yeah, different caves. So, yeah, it needs to be said, because let's say it here, right north where Gank is. See if he goes there for you. He's not going to do it.
No, he's not going to.
But
Was he at like the very northern edge or something?
No, he's like right in a road tile that just has like desert to the right of it, all over. Like it's not even Dig Shake wasn't even trying. And by the way, Gank's in an interesting area here where the boots, if he was in Maze Island, the boots would be very useful. And we might see Shiner arrive there, because it looks like you can get into the water there and walk south. I don't think Shiner's going to go through this. I think he's going to kill the blue Lizalfos for the 500 XP.
Oh wow, there's another one there too.
I could have delayed that thunder cost if you knew that. The thunder spell if you knew that. There's
Yeah, you
six.
could have got them both on the same screen. Yeah, that's outrageous to get 1,000.
And there's 3 there.
Reminds me of 8 gen bypassing his 1300 encounter.
Well, he gave a valid answer. He didn't want to take a mace right to the
he
face.
did. I couldn't argue with it, but when I was watching that, I was like, oh man, there's even another one.
It's Darunia, and the orange one he just killed before that on this screen.
Yeah, so that's 17.
Yeah. It's good math. It's 18.
Oh, sorry, 18. That was 3.
Look at that
My
road.
mistake.
You want to talk 20 minutes about this road where it has 3 branches and they all go nowhere?
Well, they don't do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it before. I'm used to it.
The hell was that? Was that piggyback those ladies were doing?
You know, it didn't even. Did Shiner even talk to the magic container broad?
No. Might do it on the way out.
Actually, not a bad idea, because you have spell, so it's probably better to do it this way in case you end up picking up magic container.
He did 6 containers? Okay, thank you.
Oh, he did. All right, never mind.
Gank might find the second P-Bag cave soon.
Shiner with the secret entrance and finds himself a hammer, which we do know is required. The one open item, the P-Bag Cave in the west.
Not going to be useful to get back to Great Palace or the ref spot if they do game over or up A in the overworld. We still have to go through Saria. Or he does have Fairy also. He picked that up in this town. So he can go through Jump Cave.
You're always just looking for an excuse to avoid Bagu.
Oh, you know, it's unnecessary. It's 3 screens of annoyance. He can also skip the Riverman as well, so save a few frames there. Gank's happy. He found Valley of Death. He just celebrated. Just Lizalfo Clinic on Shiner's side. Shiner, Gank gets the wrong one stuck in the ground.
Yeah, it does seem like any of them, not even just blue. I mean, well, when you got the orange at 3 and the blue at 5, you might as well just take them all out.
There's 4. So that leaves 2 to be on Valley of Death.
That is correct.
What did Gank just get there?
When you pick up the container required item,
Yeah.
ask chat. They pay better attention than I do.
Well, he just paused and it was too quick for me to see. Oh, glove. Wow.
I'm always missing stuff, peeking back and forth between screens. And something I didn't miss was Shiner on the water tile picking up a magic container.
Well, there's his magic container that's required to pick up the item.
Yep. And he goes directly there, so we're going to see it firsthand. We're not even going to look at chat because we're going to see it firsthand here. It might be an important item. Oh, hey, look at that. Looks like it was the glove, so we are 75% dig shake. Am I right? We still don't have reflect, correct?
No reflect, but Shiner just walked past the water tile.
You say Shiner just did?
Yeah.
Yo, he just got the. He walked past it on purpose. He just was in there.
Oh, he was in there already?
Yeah, that's where he got the 6th magic
Oh,
container
I'm sorry.
to get the
My
glove.
bad. I wrote it down in the wrong spot.
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, Gank doesn't have the boots, remember, because he didn't go to Maze Island. He just kept exploring this area that just kept getting, more accessible to him as he kept exploring, so...
Let's see. So, Trophy is the only spell item that we've seen so far.
No, but Gank might pick one up here in the desert tile, because this... No, I guess he was in that one already.
So we still have the possibility of Mido
Well, there
or
it is.
Darunia.
Well, it doesn't matter, because we just found it.
Oh, we did?
Yep, it's in Nubaru.
Okay. House of Rest Broad has Reflect, so this will not be a 100% seed.
Oh. Nope.
Well, I mean, none of them have actually been 100%, but, close to 100%. But Shiner, right at about 40 minutes in, he is full on Dig Shake. So let's get into those Palace and start cranking them out.
Yeah, I don't have fairy marked for them. Sorry about that. Well, now that we have Reflect, it's a nice 54. Well, we just dip right into 4. It's right here.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, if you can complete a Palace, get in there and finish it out, don't have to ever come back. That is the that's what Dig Shake would do. I've kind of tried to shy away from that a little bit because it seems to be helping, at least what I'm doing personally. I really want to see what Joshy D would do, honestly.
2-0, Joshy D. Please show respect.
Yes, Joshy D 2.0. I'm showing respect. I named my file after him earlier today, so that's about as respectful as I can get.
So Gank has a little bit of a different situation than Shiner does here. At Magic 3, he can only cast Fairy once. Where Shiner is at Magic 5, and I'm going to just assume he can cast it twice, but I do not know that for sure right now. See if we can take a peek at the menu. We have a dead end, but no, I thought Shiner was going to go for the key.
Yeah, I think that was probably reflexes there. Your all keys, knowing that you have to go and grab them all, and then he was like, "Oh wait, I don't have to do that right now." That's the first time I ever had to not do that.
Gank has the item here. I don't know if he has. He doesn't have a bank key, and he doesn't have enough to cast Fairy. So he's gonna have to take
he's just gonna
Death.
Yep, he's gonna get Doom knocked. He's gonna get Doom Knocker to hardly nowhere, and Fairy right in. As we see Shiner do the same thing to enter. Oh, well, that's helpful. In Palace Fort, we have the magic key, so you don't have to worry about that fairy cost anymore.
And Fairy's 29 for Shiner, and he's at 96, so he can cast it 3 times.
That's
but
yeah.
It doesn't matter now.
I mean, it was insignificant anyways, but that makes it even more insignificant.
So I was gonna say, like, any advantage Gank found with that key was nullified by Shiner getting it a couple seconds after, but it might have been the other way around. Now Gank doesn't have to worry about MP.
Yeah, I would say so. It definitely gives Gank the advantage just because of where he is with levels. as far as doesn't have to die as much and cast fairy as much.
Yeah, no downstairs for Shiner, no boots for Gank, no one gem placed for Shiner, as opposed to 2 for Gank, but 6 was pretty easy. They have required spells, they have required items, except maybe, well, no. The boots aren't going to be a factor, because Death Mountain isn't a factor. 4 heart containers, though. Buzz, you worried about that?
No, personally, not really. I mean, it's a bit of a pain, but that shouldn't be a huge deal.
I mean, it's giving Gank a little bit of trouble in this room.
Yeah, there are some tricky rooms, especially in 4. It seems like they'll spawn those Doom Knockers in a blue Iron Knuckle or something like that. That'll kind of slow you down.
No, neither player has downstab. Neither had fairy.
And just to be sure, Gank still needs glove, correct?
No, Gank got it first.
Okay, my mistake.
They do have to be back in the Western Continent for Great Palace, but that's kind of, you know what? That's kind of interesting because it was 1 and 6 in Great Palace, and Gank did them both. So everything he needs is on this continent. Sorry, I said Palace. Everything he needs is on this continent, and he doesn't have downstab because he just got fairy. So he might have to do this all without downstab unless he wants to take a break, go back, and you know how ridiculous it is to get to the raft spot. So that's a huge time loss. I wonder how people would different people would do there. What different people would do there.
Right. Oh man, I thought I was the only person who ever saw that. What just happened to Gank there?
Yeah, you die in that room and you fall immediately down. Yeah.
Been playing this game for almost a year, and it wasn't until about 2 weeks ago where I died in that room, and then it actually spawns you right over the hole, and then you just fall. So if you didn't turn right there, you automatically fall and can't go.
Yeah, you can see what no downstab does to you when you have to get through rooms like that.
It's just such a luxury. I mean, most players I'm sure you have done seeds where you don't get it or you don't need it, but it really slows everything down. Just survivability in the Eastern continent alone, just being able to bounce off the top of people, just helps out so much.
Gank's going to take precautions here.
Not a simple Palace 4. I mean, both players have been in here for a while, and
he doesn't have the magic for fairy.
We're still hunting.
Hey, he queued up fairy, but he doesn't have the magic for it. Now he's got to go do it again.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That seems like it's the 3rd or 4th time he's done that in this palace. Not in that situation, but having to up A, turn around.
And it seems to be the path to Carrick. I mean, obviously, I think it's the path to Carrick.
So to be sure, Gank did not get the key.
No, Gank got the key first.
Okay. I'm looking at the wrong screen or something.
Did I probably didn't mark it. No, I marked it. I just didn't mark it in the middle.
I'm just trying to look from memory. I'm not looking at I don't have your stream up.
And Gank did take another up A there as well.
Yep, definitely.
How long do you do this before you just say, you know what, I'm getting up stab? We found Carrick, though. So it was kind of fairy blocked, was it not?
Now, Scorpion, I don't have the stream up, but I do have the chat up. When you say you're gonna go get upstab, no, I don't think I would ever resort to that.
Gank has this fairy, like all that.
Man,
all that
another up A.
Yeah, because all that attempts to get through that room led to a dead end. He's got to ferry up the higher of the. He's got to go opposite in that big jump room. He's got to go right to left, like Shiner did.
It just seems like a crazy amount of time to be in Palace 4. I mean, even for Shiner to finish it off, but for Gank to still be in there. Normally one of the shorter palaces.
Shiner's going to go through here and get to Palace 2 now. Fire is spell, and we know that in all keys runs, people do take the encounter here and just cast spell and jump right out. Or fairy out, either one. But he's just going to go right through it, because fairy is very cheap. And he's got plenty of MP, so he can just keep doing this.
Yep, all key players don't know how to fairy feet. Because it's illegal.
He uses fairy and spell there.
Ouch. Okay, that was nice. That was very close to death there. No problem.
Yeah, just hold your comment a little.
Sorry, I was early again. I apologize.
And Gank's going to try it again. Going the right way this time.
Yeah, it's a way too much time in Palace 4 here.
And there we go. Can't cast Reflect, so he's going to have to take a death here. See how short 2 is for Shiner. No need to go get the item. No need to even take left-hand turns unless it forces you.
Oh, brutal! That's one of the nicer things is coming in too late. After you have the glove, you don't have to worry about which way to go because normally I end up going into 2 a little bit early. But in that case, having a glove is like, oh yeah, I can go this way, but you run into that key which you don't need, so turn right back around. So it's kind of the opposite edge of the sword there.
Again, it's kind of on the extreme. You know, one room away from that dead end, and it's like the whole other palace is left. So, which of the branching paths do I have to take to get to Helmet Head the fastest? Now it's like, well, I got to start flipping a coin. And you can go left there.
And you see the trouble that he was having with those Mews was still no downstab. 52 minutes in, hasn't gone back to grab it.
No, he's going to pick up a magic refill here, refill his health. He's got plenty of XP, so he doesn't want to lose that. Gank talks to the Riverman instead of ferrying across. Wonder if
I mean, when you find Bagu, you wanna have that pay off, right?
No.
No, yeah, I would cast Fairy there too. I mean, knowing Bagoo makes you popular. Like, you become one of the cool kids.
No, only people who think knowing Bagoo makes them popular thinks
No,
that.
it definitely does. I just watched The Breakfast Club, and that was like one of the things that Claire was talking about. I don't know if that's too obscure or not, but everybody who's anybody knows Bagoo. Come on, man.
Oh, their Gank is a little bit upset about what happened there in Palace 4, so he goes back and he gets down stab. And there's our second of the right-hand turn dead ends in Palace 2, so any branch that goes right now will ultimately lead to Helmet Head. Best case scenario.
Honestly, I don't think going back to get down stab, even this late in the race, if it's not required, I still think it's a good play. It's really going to help with survivability. You're going to take less damage. I think it will end up saving you time, even if you have to go like a full minute or two out of your way to get it. I really think down stab is just that helpful. Like, even if you have everything cleared off, you don't need anything, you're about to go in a Great Palace, it's still worth your time to go grab down stab.
Oh, well, there is a down stab block in one of the two of the drop rooms in Great Palace. And there's no alternate way around that.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay, explain how.
You can stab them from the side.
Not the... Oh, yeah, I guess you can. You're right. See, I did not know that. Everyone learns something new.
I've had to do that before, yeah.
Everyone learns something new every day.
Yeah.
That's what it's a crutch, man. You rely on it. And you think
I thought that for a while. I was in that situation. I was like, wait, I can stab this from the side. It took a week. I didn't have jump, and I didn't have up stab. But in that one room, you could jump up and stab all of those, and it takes a while, but you can do it.
You got to stab at least 5 of them from the left-hand side in that room, the lower level of that room.
Yeah.
It's debatable where that room, that upstab room, is even upstab, but blocked anyway. Depending on who's in chat, they yell at me no matter what.
No, that's not debatable at all.
I don't know. Combination of jumping and breaking the block over your head with jump, breaking the block over your head, and fairy. Can't say for sure that is going the other way, down stab. Yeah, if you're going left or right, you're going to need down stab to get through that room. But a helmet head's down.
Yeah, I would like...
I'm being told that this is a nice slideshow. Is my internet bad? Probably not. I'm not dropping frames. But thank you for your comments.
Yeah, that looks like it's just that shy guy.
Must be fact. Where are we here? 5 for gank?
That's what it looks like. It looks like 5 to me. Looks like 6 for Shiner.
It was really
like very quick.
I was trusting Dig Shake there. Probably
No,
Steam.
Dig Shake got you.
Yeah, Dig Shake was defending me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's say this should be pretty quick for Shiner, and then very next room.
Yeah, there was no time
Barba.
lost, time lost at all, and the best part about it is you don't really have to do anything else. You can just kill Barba and leave.
Yeah, that rarely happens, but that's always nice. I mean, any palace, but even more so on 5 or 6.
Shiner handles the no knockback on the last hit. Doesn't jump.
Yeah, it's actually absolutely merciless on Barba. Hosed him. All the kids are saying hosed now, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Not. Is Palace 5 going to be Palace 5? Let's find out. We know that Shiner was in there for a little bit, so if he retains that information, he'll know where not to go. At least initially.
Yeah, when I saw Shiner over there, I was thinking, well, is he going to utilize that hammer and go and take a peek?
Dude, I want a heart container. And no better place to get it than, like, you know, a place where an item is where you don't have to really search that long to go through.
I was going to say, the percentage has to be incredibly high for that to be a heart container. However, it is not. It is the flute.
And I'm wondering if the runners before the race decided to play specialty flags where random max heart containers was turned on. They did not. I set the goal. Well, at least Shiner can get around that River Devil now.
The River Devil that was just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Good old ex-wife. We need a new name for that.
You can call it the 2-0 Joshy D. He needs something to memorialize that.
I think that name's gonna stick. He's gonna be called that forever. Until he becomes the 2-1 Joshy D.
Wow. There it is. Buzz
I'm
Thunder.
sorry, I couldn't resist.
Catch him on Reddit where he's posting jokes about horses.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Back in the good old college days.
Yeah, I guess so. Or like back in the days where I worked at 5 a.m. Didn't have anything better to do.
So there's the knowledge early on when you said, why would Shiny even check that cave? And he did, and it was Jump Cave. Well, he's not even going to go through Saria. He's going to go through Jump Cave, but it still is 3 screens. So I'm not too sure how much time he's saving here as opposed to just going through Saria, but it might have been a quicker walk from start. But he did have to check a few caves to find it again.
Yeah, definitely. Hard to say, but I think if you have Fairy, it's got to be faster to just zip through town. At least as far as avoiding damage is concerned.
And it's right there next to the raft spot. Now,
yeah, not bad.
Where's Mito in relation to this? It's a little bit to the north and west. Okay, he's going back for it. He's not going back for it. I think it's just west. I don't think it was north and west. He's not going for it, is he? It's kind of faking me out every single time he does it. Heart and 5. Gank's not going to be too upset with that. Yeah, we're looking for it. There it is.
Yeah, always worth your time. He was definitely good with that, knowing that location. You know, right next to the raft, being able to pop out right there and grab it. Just had to look around a little bit, just for a second.
Yeah, but it was great overworld awareness where he knew that Jump Cave led him back to where he wanted to go, and Mito was over there and for the downstab and everything. So, you know,
yeah, I don't think yeah, I don't. Usually, you know, if I find a route to a place, I'll just keep taking the same way. I won't try to optimize it.
And he's going left through Mito, and we do know that's a half of 1/4 of a little Z head quicker out. So
is it that faster? I don't know.
Yeah, it's off center.
I think you mentioned that during my race, but
Scorpion Max is the authority on all things that could be measured. I have a couple pics to his cell phone that he can measure.
It's 2 bagus wide. Is that what it is?
No. We don't recognize
2 big shakes wide.
We don't recognize that metric crap. Well, Shiner is I don't know. Is 1 in 6 is on this continent and Great Palace. So I'm not entirely sure what Shiner's doing, what he's looking for here. It just says I praised him for overworld awareness. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
What do you think he's doing?
Now he just seems to be wandering. I mean, I thought it was just going to get downstab and then clean everything else out, but apparently we ran into a little bit of I don't know. I mean, he saw 7 there. Maybe he thought he got his palaces mixed up and thought that it was something else other than 7.
Oh, okay. Dark Magician informs us that he didn't see the 3rd palace, Death Mountain, until now, but he did see 5 and 3, and those are the ones he does need. 3 being
right
on the Eastern Continent, and 5 being on Maze Island. Or maybe he never saw 3, actually. There's our desert tile. That is the one Gank walked up to and walked away from, where I said maybe he did see it, because that was probably the item, and it turned out to be a heart container. And Gank walked away from that at like the 25th minute, 30th minute mark of the game.
Wow.
Yeah, he walked right up to it and then just walked right away. And I'm like, all right, well, he just made me look foolish. I guess he checked it.
I mean, it could happen. It's rough, but I can't say that hasn't happened to me before.
Meanwhile, in Palace 5.
Yes, a battle here against Guma, everybody's favorite boss. I recently learned how to fight him a little bit better, which is not as hard as you think.
I failed to inform the unwashed masses that 17 minutes ago, the date changed to Saturday, 22 July 2017.
Yeah, I mean, for all you Eastern people. We're at least an hour behind over here. In time as well as fashion sense.
Well, Gank took a bit to find Guma. Let's hope he remembers the path, because he's going to have to do this again.
That's brutal. Especially if that's a long way to go. That's, I mean, any Wamboozle game over is just, is horrible. But for the Guma fight, that one always takes the most toll. Because that fight just, it kind of gets in your head.
It just seems like if you get hit by the wonky hitbox, like you just continue to get hit by it. And then sometimes you just walk right up and stab them without getting touched. I don't understand it sometimes.
Yeah, you think you're doing the duck stab properly, and then you just take that damage. It's just, there's no consistency to it as far as I know. Just try to do something safe and hope that it works.
I believe Shiner is a little bit lost here. He's looking for 3. And 5 is also on Maze Island. But 3 is on the continental Eastern Continent, and I believe it was in this area somewhere. What was the other one we found? 4, right? Yeah, 4 was here.
Yeah. Well, he has one on his screen right there, but it's going through this cave, so we know that that's probably 4.
I mean, I didn't think I noticed anybody taking a cave on the Eastern Continent to get to anything. And there is 4. I think it was
definitely
kind of
was
more by Maze Island. If not the northern area where you just came across the raft tile and went north. There was that middle area by the river, the River Devil and everything.
Yeah, hard to say as a spectator watching both at the same time. I lose the overworld.
Well, there's a little bit of a pass there. And I think he was in this one. He cleaned this one up already. No, he didn't. Round 2.
Yep, I was gonna say Gank versus Guma. Rumble in the Jungle too. I wish I had a better Van Damme reference.
You're going to get an ex-wife sighting on Shiner's screen if he goes north here.
We can call this the, for Gank, we can call this the Kumite right now. Everybody in chat, please start chanting Kumite.
Well, Gank's going to grab this magic container. Gank, I'm sorry, Shiner.
Barba just not being very helpful.
No. Why would she?
Gank just having to... Sorry, Guma.
Very helpful. No exploration needed to find Barba.
That's true, yeah. But
There we
finally
go.
worked out very cool in the Gank. Had to cheese Guma a little bit, keep him trapped in the corner, but only that one game over, so didn't lose a ton of time. Getting up to attack 6.
And we found 3. And it was in that northern area by the P-Bag Cave and the town, the original town we found. Right at the start of the Eastern Continent.
Oh, nice dig shake. Gumate is so much better.
Gank's going to make his way out of Maze Island. He's got 2 on the Valley of Death, and he's got 3 where Shiner is right now. Every time I look up Shiner in a palace, look at him in a palace, he's got 2,000 plus XP that he just carried over from walking there.
Yeah, it does seem like he just, he doesn't skimp. He kills everything. He's equal opportunity and just lets that stack up.
The chat says anything Buzz does, Dig Shake can do better.
Well, I mean... I wouldn't know about anything.
There it is. There's the ex-wife. Well, we got the item room in 3.
Yeah, there you go. Get a little bit more insurance. It feels a lot more safe here with 6 hard containers.
It's an awkward Palace 3. You just can't keep having to go left.
Almost never happens. Usually, Palace 3 is always the simplest layout. Very rare that it gets kind of mixed up. Usually you go right, you get to that, you know, that brick elevator room, and then one direction leads you to the item, the other leads you to the boss.
Shiner's just killing all the things, getting all the XP.
He is merciless, I tell you.
And this is going to be our right-hand turn to Rebenek. Well, eventually.
There can't be much room, many rooms after this one. This is the fake key room, the one that always gets me. 2 rooms with the triple blocks. I always find that one and think, oh yeah, I'll be able to get a couple extra keys here. And then it doesn't have anything.
And there we go. Gank's trying to make this jump and fails to do it. And he's going to go right. It'd be interesting to see if he does complete the item room or if he's just going to turn right around.
And Shiner takes down Rebo McIntyre. Has that caught on yet?
No.
Joshy D putting up his fax number 8675309 Joshy.
Well, Gank's going to do it. He's going to get this item. So Shiner here needs to get back to the Maze Island. He might be able to just walk right up the water here. If not, it's just a quick trip around this mountain anyway. But he's able to do it. There it is.
Yeah, I was saying that's a long bridge from Maze Island.
Yeah, it's kind of useless.
Could probably talk about that for 20 minutes.
Let me tell you something about bridges and roads in Zelda 2 Randomizer.
We're waiting for that podcast episode. I mean, I am.
I ran out of hard drive space recording it.
How long would it be? Like 10 hours?
Oh my god, I can go on forever. All I have to do is play this game again. I got all new material. And Shiner is one encounter away from getting to said Palace 5. Again, he was there earlier, but it took Gank a little while to realize where Guma was.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to gauge where they are, but pretty even right now, I'd say.
And Gank is 2 rooms away from Ravenek.
So if we had to give a lead, I think I would give Gank a little bit of a lead, maybe 1 minute.
He's got 2 gems to place,
What do you think,
though.
Larry?
No, I mean, if you're going to go with everyone both have items and Shiner's levels and 1 gem to place as opposed to Gank's 2, I'd probably give it to Gank. 2 wasn't necessarily easy as well. You had to find that initial right-hand dead room and then pick a path.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think when Shiner did it, he found both dead ends before he found the right path to Helmet Head, so...
Yeah, again, I'm just thinking finishing 3 and getting into 2 might be faster than just doing 5 by itself.
Grey Palace is an up A and a jump cave or Saria connector away.
You can say Bagu required, it's okay.
Oh, it's not, because they have Fairy.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I mean, I guess it was originally.
Initial Bagu requirement, yes.
But in my defense, EAD. Yeah, Gank's levels, Z-Man points out, he's got life 4. You know, Shiner killing everything in his way. He's at 668. So he can take some hits. He's got his 668 and an extra heart container. Yeah. Oh, no, they have the same amount of heart containers. My bad. I don't know. The Shiner might find the heart container in 5 as well.
He did almost search that dead-end room.
Well, you'll see your race versus 2 versus 5. Even though Shiner has a little bit of an advantage being here before and being here a little while.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, it was basically half of 3. Well, no, a quarter of 3 versus a quarter of 3 and 2 versus 5. It just seemed to play out equally in my mind. But we all know 5 is just never easy. Well, I wouldn't say never easy, but it's big. 5 is big.
How big is it?
5 is so big. Jeez, I don't have anything good. I mean, I got.
Dig Shake is so lame.
How lame is he?
He is so lame. He walked into a 7-Eleven the other day and bought a blank. We know this is the first of
So
the
am
dead
I
end.
supposed to respond to that?
Well, we have 6 celebrity panels. They're writing down their answer, and you have to match as many as you can.
Oh, okay.
We know Gank's on the path to the first dead end here.
How long do I have to respond?
Oh, you can take your time. Well, Shiner's not going to shy away from this item. Is that a pun?
No, he'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to say it has to be the heart container.
Yeah, Gank got it before.
I'm going to say Dig Shake bought a Diet Cola.
I'm going to say the disposable razor. We got wedding ring $5 pizza. I didn't know this was a thing. We're going to make this a thing now.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah. Slurpee. I like the trivia from before. Cup of noodles. Choke. Come on.
None of these seem like lame answers, though. Because the whole premise was that he's so lame that he bought this.
I would have went with $25 gift card to Match.com.
That seems... It doesn't seem like they would sell that at a gas station. But I'll play along.
Slurpee's got 2 matches right there. Book of World's Best 20 Swamps is pretty good. It's going to be hard to fit that on the index card, though. See, Gank find the second dead end yet? No, I think it's going to be up and over here.
Nice Thundercast there.
Well, Thundercast means he can't cast Fairy.
I didn't even try it.
Gotta at least give it one attempt.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna die there, you might as well try. Angry Larry special.
No. Unos and Rez did it. It's no longer my thing.
Oh, really?
Hey, they both did it this tournament.
I only remember you doing it for some reason.
Well, yeah, because I don't know, somebody didn't let you forget that, and it wasn't me. Chat brings it up all the time. But interesting enough, you and Tristal, your opponent from the last round, were the two in Discord. Remember when we used to do Discord and we used to be fun? We used to be cool guys.
I say something in that clip.
Yeah, you and Tristal keep talking over it.
Tristal was in that too?
You guys both ruined it. Yeah.
Wow. See, I've been saying I've only raced Tristal like 3 times. That's funny that was one of the times.
All right, we got to be on the right path here.
Yeah. I'm just saying this is all of this has been just a hell of a drought, and I think I said about a minute for Gank. We'll see how close I am.
It's pretty close, and I'm not too sure. I didn't think I noticed Shiner dying, but obviously we miss a lot of things, so it could be possible, and it could be right there. It is right there.
Oh,
but
man,
he did pick up.
Yeah, he's
he picked up like 2 little diggers on the way, and the dude doesn't up A. Carries over all of his XP and all of his lives wherever he goes. It's like a nomad. Oh, he's gonna do it again. No.
Kills absolutely everything. Was gonna say Gank pretty much had to in that situation where he had no choice.
We'll grab the XP?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, what do you want to do? 7-4-4, or you want to take 20 seconds and do 7-6-7 or whatever this is going to bring you to?
Yeah, just very nice that those bubbles were worth 100 each, because that didn't take very much time at all. Well, I guess my timing was off because I gave I gave Link about a 30 to 1 minute head start, and it seems like that lead is only about 5 seconds now from both of them placing the last gem. So we got a race here.
Yeah, it's a race to up A. It's a race to. It might be Bagoo versus Jump Cave. It might be your ultimate scenario, your big fantasy here.
Yeah, it seems like it's more Gank having to dump all of his levels in. Shiner already has his levels, doesn't have to worry about that. So that's really where the time gap is being here, is the leveling up.
Shiner decides to check the cave again. Does he remember where Jump Cave is? See, or you can just walk up there now with the boots. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, at first Bagu seems like a cool guy, but then as the seed goes on, it's like, well, yeah, I don't really need to. Not a big deal anymore. I don't really need that Bagu guy. I can ferry, I can boot. I've got these boots, I got this ferry.
I don't know if Gank
Who the hell is this Bagu guy?
I don't know if Gank ever got the boots, to be honest. He might have just went into Maze Island at that point, did the palace, and left. I was questioning that myself when I was looking at the tracker. But here we are.
This is it. This is going to be great, because that was about I'd say 125.27. So I would put the difference at about 20 seconds between these two runners. So here we go. Great Palace. Let's map it out. Looks like it's perfectly linear to start out with.
Non-downstab required drop room.
It just forces you right into a drop room, into a fun room. Not a terrible fun room, just a couple of bots hanging out.
No, mix small and large enemies makes fun rooms like, you know.
A lot more fun?
No. Mix small and large enemies does, yeah. The flags we're playing does not. This is the Dark Magician room, by the way, that Shiner's in.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier, but I still don't know why it's called that.
And that's why it's fun.
Okay.
He's mysterious. He's a magician. He does this wave thing with his hands, and it's cool.
Oh, it's like the Esfandiari room?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we are very linear, and only about 4 rooms in, then you run into T-Bird, so that usually says the rest of this palace is going to be a little bit twisty-turny. You don't really know where to go.
Unless it's on your direct path right.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, that can always happen, but normally T-Bird early is a bad sign.
And both players do have to take a death here to refill their magic.
And we're going to be able to reacclimate. Coming into this, Shiner was a 20-second head start about, and we're going to see once we get T-Bird down, we'll see what that gap is. Definitely Shiner having some trouble.
Well, I don't know if Shiner normally plays this with jump. Does this fight with jump? Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, the way that he's fighting him right now.
And it's something we never really brought up this tournament, and we used to harp on that last tournament, was people playing this jump versus doing a regular pendulum kind of style. But you know, certainly can handle it. Definitely, everyone has the skill to do it. Oh, he's... Just hold right on that controller as he blew his nose and went right into the pit there. Gets a refill.
That was good.
Saves himself, fairy in the fairy room, so we know we can't go left through this room. He's on his last life, though. Down is a waffle room. He's going to get that little sliver of health. No, he's not. He's going to go down. We're not going to look up. So there's our first branch there, Buzz. Would you have given a look up there?
No. In those situations, I just kind of map the differences and I just go for it.
T-Bird down.
Yeah, that was T-Bird down. But like I said, I thought that gank was going to close the gap there, but T-Bird down goes.
No.
It was about. I'm gonna give a Shiner about a 50-second lead now.
Oh, Shiner's also on his last life. Gank has another life left as well, and could be in the wrong path. There's a fun room. We're gonna go down here.
I'm gonna say he doesn't really have that extra life.
Oh no, he doesn't. He had a game.
Anymore.
Oh, that's right, because he died the Thunderbird. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
And right as I say that, jeez.
Just go right. If you can't go right, you go down, and go right, and that's exactly what Shiner did.
Skip 90% of the palace, and there you are. Very close up to the end there, but man, Shiner luckily not taking that death, and hey, here's Dark Link. Sometimes great palaces just shape out that way.
There you go. There's your winner, Shiner. 130-20.
Say Gank's gonna be very close behind him. Unless he takes the wrong path, but I'd say good game. Well done for Shiner. Now we just see Gank here with that difference if he decides to take a downward spiral. Oh.
I've had enough of certain rooms in this game that if I see this room, I was just insta-cast fairy.
I was the same way for a while, but now that I'm used to these large small, you can kind of go through a little bit and be fine. But really, if fairy isn't expensive, you might as well just cast it.
I mean, you already defeated T-Bird.
I agree with that. What?
You already defeated T-Bird, so like
yeah, you're right. Then you don't have to worry about magic at all. You might as well just go.
No upstabs.
But honestly, like a lot of the times, like even if you run into T-Bird, again, I always have my magic levels low enough that if I run into T-Bird, I'm gonna have to kill myself anyways, so it doesn't really make a difference.
And Shiner is joining us. Shiner, good game.
Thank you.
Oh, why don't you take us through that there?
I was not certain which continent Palace 3 was going to be on for a while there. There's a couple of things I can talk about. Should I talk about them now or like wait till...
No, go right ahead. Floor's yours.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, first thing, I noticed like, oh, there's a town over there, but I'm already holding left on my controller right at the start. So I'm just going to go left. Then I ended up finding that palace and got some weird level ups. Then later on, I see there's 2 500-point P-bags. So I wished I'd gone north first, because then I would have got a ton of easy level ups and then like palace boosts. I bet Cool has higher levels than I finished with right now.
Well, I mean, he's 767, you were 678, so not really tremendously. You were a lot better off. He got a lot of big boost from his 900-point experience 6th gem when he was only at Magic 3, Life 3, but you had higher levels throughout the seed because you tore through everything in your path.
I guess. Well, I feel like I did my usual thing of killing way too many things.
Yeah, it seems you were pretty merciless on your way through, because, yeah, Larry said that earlier. Every time we looked up, it was like, oh, geez, he's over 1,000, experience.
Yeah, hey, what's up? It's Gank.
Oh, hi. Oh, you just finished. Only 3 minutes later. That was a good race.
don't feel like I played my best race, and
Yeah, I had issues with a few things. Mostly just like finding my way around at the beginning. Like couldn't really find a lot to do. I got lucky when I found the raft there, and it's like, well, I guess I gotta go to the East Continent. That's kind of a funny seed because it was like Bagu required, and then ferry required. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I found Palace 5 pretty early on. I didn't go in there though. I can't remember why. But oh right, I think it was because I like was close to a level up or something. Or I think I wanted to go find a town. Why did I leave the island? I actually can't remember now.
I left the island because I was looking for towns. I wasn't ready for it, and I'm sure you did the same thing. Because at that point, you had only seen 8.
I think it's because I had 1 life left and I had a lot of experience. So I wanted to like find a town and like heal up. Maybe like try to. No, wait. It's because I went in there and couldn't do anything because I didn't have ferry yet.
Oh, no kidding.
I wanted to do it. I love doing Palace 5 early because there's a ton of experience in there. If I had gone through Palace 5, like what I did Palace 5 last, and I must have farmed like 1,000 experience while I was in there. And if I had been able to go through it earlier, then I probably would have got a free level up out of it.
I want to hear what Angry and Buzz have to say about this.
Buzz can start.
I was just gonna say it was. I mean, you guys were pretty close. It was hard to gauge, but trading punches back and forth all the way up until the end there, where like you just mentioned, Shiner going into 5. I mentioned that I thought that Gank was in the lead by about 30 seconds because you had to finish up at the end of 2 and 3, I believe.
3 and then 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right, almost done with 3, but then Shiner was still wandering around 5. So I was saying, by the time it takes you to get both of those done, it should be pretty even. But
how about this shit? I forgot I had the raft at the beginning, and I went in 6 and fucking took down Borba.
Yeah, that was like almost immediate as far as.
Yeah, how about that Palace 6?
Yes, and right after I noticed I have the raft. What am I doing in here?
Was Palace 6 the same way for you? Like, I went in there at the start and went, oh, I need a key. I'm going to leave. Then when I finally came back, I just, like, went into the basement, went right. Barbo was right there. And I just killed him without a down stab.
And I thought 6 was 3 for some, and then I went in and I saw I need a key. I'll just go check it out, and then, oh, there's the boss. And then I beat it. I beat it. Took a while. I think I died on the last hit. I fell in the lava, and then I lost all the experience.
Yeah, Gank, you were done with the Western Continent pretty early. Then you hit Palace 4. Had those deaths in that room where you kept falling,
Pardon
and
my French.
you kept going back because you thought Carrick was over there, and you actually had a ferry up and over. But then you did get downstab after that, so you had to go back to the west.
Yeah, that was an interesting Palace 4, too. It took me a little while to figure out how to navigate it. Oh, yeah, did you see I fell down the pit, and then I was fighting that blue iron knuckle, and I died, and then I respawned in midair and just fell.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
That happened twice to me.
Gank,
oh, my God.
Yeah, Gank did it twice, so I definitely did see that. That was.
I learned
Did you
something
get the key
about
for 4?
randomizers.
Yeah, you guys both got the key out of 4.
Got both, yeah. Like I at that point, I thought that was a good find because I was struggling with the fairy spell, and I think I was down on my last life, and I cast fairy because I wanted to get past that door to get, and it was the key. I was like, oh my God, this is like exactly what I need right now.
Yeah, you could cast fairy once. Shiner could cast fairy 3 times at that point because he was at magic 6. But you got the key 20 seconds before Shiner. You guys were like many points in this race. You guys were like synced up, and that was one of them.
Oh wow.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not surprised with a 3-minute difference. Like that's bound to happen.
Yeah, coming into Great Palace, I think there was only a 20-second difference as far as Shiner entered first, and then Gank right behind him.
I thought it would be the case, and then I died to Thunderbird. That's why I'm like, I don't feel like I played my best. I died to game over to Guma. There's a few places where I really could have been better, but that's the name of the game.
Yeah, if we had put the moment on, I would say that little bit of a lot of up A's in Palace 4, and then definitely the game over to Thunderbird.
Yeah, well, good game, guys, and congratulations,
Yeah, good
Shiner.
game, Shiner.
Yeah, this was a fun seed. It was very magic oriented for me because my leveling was weird. I feel like I didn't get the best gems, so I just like got a lot of levels in magic. Yeah, I missed out on like because I took magic 2 early on in Palace 1, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got no experience. Now I can't get attack 4. So, but luckily I found life and then thunder, and I used thunder to kill blue Lizalfos and get a like more level up. So I like kind of snowballed out of control with by leveling up magic. So, and then I found everything in a nice order. Like I found Palace 4, and then the town with Reflect right next to it. Just like lots of little fortunate things like that happened for me. So I'll have to be more careful in the next round to make sure I don't get carried by good luck next time.
Yeah, and good luck to you in the next round. And thanks for racing, guys. Thanks for being a part of the tournament. And
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys then.
All right. Cheers, man.
You got it.
Have a good night. Bye.
All right, Buzz, any final shots here? Because we got another race coming up, Link Sevens versus Unos, and that's going to be on DigShake's channel. I'm going to send everyone over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to hang out with Angry Larry and myself covering these two great runners. Yeah, it's been fun.
All right,
I'll
guys.
see you guys.
Hey, was my stream as
next race.
choppy as the last time? Just curious.
No, your stream was good.
Yeah, nothing. I didn't see any problems.
I worked more on getting my stream quality up than my game, probably.
Well, get a nice balance next round, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
well, I'm already down to, two
Yeah.
losses, so...
Well, there you go. Win the next 2 and win your way into the playoffs. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys over at DigShake's channel.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I'm probably going
coming.
to commentate on the next match. I'll see you guys there.
All right, guys. Sending you over to DigShake. Make sure you do a little hashtag DO4D, DO4, the number 4D, when you go over there, because why not? It's fun. And we'll see you guys then.